Hey, this is Matthew Holcomb. Thank you so much for being willing to step in and teach my class for one day while I have to go away. I know this was kind of sudden, so I really appreciate you stepping in for me. So for my third grade Spanish 1 class, we have been talking about the weather lately, and one of the things that I wanted the kids to be able to do is to not only know what the different types of weather were, like what they're called in Spanish, but also to be able to say, oh, well, I like it when it rains, or I like it when it's sunny. So going along with that, we're right now following the Virginia SOL for Spanish 1 that says the student will exchange simple spoken and written information in Spanish. And for this particular lesson, I wanted to do a Nearpod activity. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's an interactive way for the kids to be able to put into practice what they've learned, to kind of be able to show you guys, or show the teacher rather, what they've been able to learn as we've been going along. It's also just kind of mixing it up for the kids. I find that they do better when we mix it up. So for this lesson, the lesson's name is A mí me gusta el tiempo. I like the weather in English, and we've been talking about this for about a week now, so I'm really hoping that for you this will be pretty easy, because all of this is going to be review for them. But the learning objectives for this section were, number one, the students will be able to express their likes and dislikes when prompted with an 85% success rate. And number two, students will be able to identify and describe various types of weather with a 90% success rate. So let me show you real quick what Nearpod is and kind of how it works. And I'll give you an access code, and it'll be really easy. But here's the one that I've created, A mí me gusta el tiempo. And so we've got a bunch of different activities for the kids to do. We've got a poll, we've got a quiz, we've got a website, which I will describe in just a second. We've got another quiz. We've got an open-ended question, and we've got an activity where I actually would like the kids to draw something that I've instructed them to. So let me just go into the preview thing. Sorry, click the wrong. There we go. It's just loading. All right, there we go. So here's our first question. It's a quiz question. And I'm asking, ¿Cuál es tu tiempo favorito? I'm asking, what's your favorite kind of weather? And there's no actual answer to this. I've just got when it's hot, when it's cold, or when it's kind of in between. So that's a quiz. That's an example of one of the kinds of questions that the kids will be looking at. This one does have an answer. How do you say summer in Spanish? And the answer is verano. The kids should know that. We've been working on this for a week, like I said. So I'm not worried about that. This, I'll need you to explain this, but I'm excited about this. I've set up weather.com in Spanish. So what I want the kids to do is to go on there, get the weather for the day, and I want them to write 2 sentences about what the weather's going to be like for today, and I want the weather for tomorrow. And that's just kind of fun. It gives kids a chance to kind of explore a little bit and learn how to use the internet, and it also is showing them a real world application of Spanish. We have a question, ¿Qué cae de las nubes? What falls from the clouds? And there's 2 answers to this. We've got rain here and we've got snow here, and those are the 2 correct answers. This is the sun and this is the earth, and that's neither of those are obviously going to be falling from clouds, so that's pretty straightforward. Here is an open-ended question that I've got. What do you like to do when it's raining? So all of the kids are going to be able to, I want them to have 2 sentences for this in Spanish, just saying what they like to do. It might be they like to jump in puddles, maybe they like to have their friends over and play inside, but yeah, this is just an opportunity for the kids to be able to express themselves on a more individual level, and it gives it gives more of an opportunity for the kids not to just be, oh well, it's raining or whatever. this gives the kids to be able to put their own spin on this question. And then finally, I want them to draw their favorite kind of weather. And what I need them to do is to label it using the text thing down here after they've drawn. And I want them to label it in Spanish. So that's basically Nearpod, and I'll email you the basics of getting one. But like I said, I really appreciate you stepping in and helping me out here. And I think the kids are really going to enjoy this. So thank you so much for all of your help, and I look forward to hearing how it went. Thank you.